So I decided to revisit my portfolio page again because I recently looked at it and it was a little bit cringe. First of all, I'd never seen it on a large screen like this. So I did not realize that this was not centered. And of course, as about section always just looks terrible because the spacing is all off. Past Martha did her best, and it was a pretty good portfolio page for past Martha. And then future Martha will look back at what now Martha has done, and she'll be like, what was I thinking? I know so much more now. And it's just like, it's okay. You do the best you can with what you know at the time. My original portfolio page was only HTML, CSS. This is actually built with React and React Bootstrap, but now I'm kind of regretting React Bootstrap. Even though using a component library is very convenient because they have the built-in media queries and such. Like for example, if I shrink this down, whoop, oh look at that, it becomes a nice menu. Oh, but see, like that goes way over here. That's not very good for mobile because you push something over here and you want it to drop down over here. You don't want it to open up over there. So every one of these has a CSS file. So I could just use that and just get rid of React Bootstrap. Just bye-bye, because I want to be in control of my styling. And the best way to do that is just to do CSS. Now I could do Tailwind, which is basically just CSS, like a shortcut for CSS basically. And that's what we've been using at work. But it might be nice to have a little refresher on just plain CSS. Now, as soon as I open this, you see a bunch of errors here, error messages, failed to load resource. And that's just because I have an ad blocker running in my browser and I have YouTube videos here. But as you can see, so my latest project was a web app called My School. Anyway, the videos are still working fine, so it's not breaking anything to have an ad blocker. I better make sure all these links still work. LinkedIn, dun dun dun, yep. How about this one? Twitter, dun dun dun, yep. GitHub, dun dun dun, yep. YouTube. Dun,
My name
dun,
is Martha Sharp.
Uh-oh.
And in 2019,
you know what? I need to update my YouTube. Because we don't live in an RV anymore. Things have changed. Projects. That still works. Resume. Good. Da-da-dum. I already updated my resume, so that's good. Got my most recent job there. So where to begin with this? I suppose I will start at this. Start with this guy because this is the first thing you see and it looks terrible just because it's not centered. I believe I named it Home. So this is a Jumbotron. But then you notice I did another div inside the Jumbotron. Why did I even use a Jumbotron? I don't know. What happens if I go like this? What happens if I just get rid of the Jumbotron? I don't know. Let's see. Here's this div. And it is called Title Container. Do I have any styles for Title Container? I do. Display, flex, column, justify, content, center, align, item, center. This I did here. Okay, so now it is centered. Look at that. Oh yeah, the color, I wanted it to be white smoke. That's the color of the text, right? Right. Yeah, I'd have to look at the Jumbotron and what the deal is with the Jumbotron, because I don't know why I had to do these things. See, that's what I wanted. Bye-bye, Jumbotron. Don't need you. Boop. I want to see what this about section problem is. Ugh, it's just a problem in general. I don't like it. Ugh. Okay, about. All right. Column, container, row. See, these are all React Bootstrap. I want this to just be a div instead. I'm just not even worrying about React Bootstrap. Okay. Now let's see what the CSS looks like. About container. Oh no, the row is called about container. Ah! Look at that. I'm just gonna do this as a div, okay? So here's what's gonna happen. This is not gonna work anymore because I'm pretty much that row makes things flex, right? But I don't need a stinking row to make things flex. All I have to do is say display flex. Ta-da. I made a row. Isn't that amazing? Now, I really like, believe it or not, my husband's portfolio page. I think it's just natsharp.com. Super simple. Actually, this is kind of where I got the idea for mine. He doesn't even have a nav bar. He just has his face, his name, software engineer, a little about, and then his links, and then projects, which are not even a carousel at all. Like, look at this. They just collapse. I mean, his is even so much simpler than mine. His is just so simple and elegant. Man, now I'm jealous. I could make mine even simpler. Let's see what his looks like on mobile. I just want to see. I mean, it's so elegant. It's just so simple. Look at this. It looks so good on mobile. Look at this. I'm gonna take a break, and during my break, I'm gonna think about what I like about Nat's portfolio page and what I like about mine and how I can marry the two. little marriage joke. Okay, so after thinking about it for a while, what I wanted to do with my portfolio page, here's what I decided. For one thing, I reorganized the file system a little bit. So I now have all the components under an app folder. And so here's app, and here's the about section, navigation, projects, and title. And then the projects, all the carousel stuff I put in here, and here I have the carousel card. So there's a lot more nesting of files, but it's all in files that it makes sense for things to be in, right? I totally got rid of React Bootstrap now. No React Bootstrap, so I removed it from my package.json. Also, I got rid of the card carousel. There were just too many problems with it. It would randomly disappear. I just am not a fan of libraries that do random things that seem inconsistent and I don't know why. I'd have to go into the code base and look at it and see what it's actually doing, which I could do. But if I want to make my own card carousel someday, that's fine. Otherwise, just having a simple layout like Nat does on his page is okay. So here's what it ended up as. I just have this here. I did decide to make this white like it was before, just to separate out the sections a little more. And it looks pretty good responsibly. Boop, 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 boop. See? So that would be like a small mobile phone. Now I did a max height for these cards because I thought the height was like terrible looking. So I added scrolling abilities here. I'm pretty pleased. I recently published it. I pushed all the code up, so it should automatically deploy pretty soon, so I'll be able to see it live. Actually, let's see here. Where are the codes? Oh yeah, it's live already. So great, that means I can check it on my phone too. Actually, let me do that right now. Because even though you have this responsive, inspection tool, sometimes when you actually look at it on your phone, it can look different, especially depending on what browser you're using. So let me just do this quick. MarthaCodes.com. Oh yeah, that looks nice. See? Wait, hold it up here. Oh yeah, so it looks like this. Then you scroll. Nice. Oh yeah, the projects look nice. So it's live. I think it's better than it was, and And yeah, we're good to go. Portfolio page update.